I'm sitting here thinking, right? And I know there's a lot of people say they from the streets, right? But me personally, I don't believe that. I mean, people got different definition of when they say, oh, I'm from the streets. I'm from this block. I'm gonna just keep it streets though. People got different definitions of saying they from the streets. You understand what I'm saying? Just like people, when they read something or they see something, they see different things. Like, me personally being from the streets is like you was raised there. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't have a house. I ain't have a house. It was kicked out at 14. No, I'm safe. My aunt died at 16. Let me catch up. 16. And 16 years old, she had died. 17, I'm trying to find my way. Right? From then on, me and my mom was cool, but we didn't get along. I ain't never really stayed with her like that. I was outside, man. Outside my mom's house, my cousin's house, in a broke down car, in the snow, cold. You know what I mean? Trying to stay warm. With no heat, in the car. No nothing. The car didn't even turn on. It's just abandoned Jones. Just hop in, boom, so you could sleep. You know what I mean? And they knew I was doing this. Mind you, did anybody help? No, but I mean, I could still, in daytime, go in, take a piss. You know, when we move by bowels, maybe, you know what I mean, get a shower in, or sneak a shower in. You know, this at 17, right? After that, moved out of the state. You know, I had my fluctuation up and down as far as like jobs and in between time. And you know, that worked out, but it's like, you know, you barely making it, especially if you're paying rent, you know. So I just like I was trying to go to Hawaii, right? I was talking to somebody and he said Hawaii and that. So in the back of my head, I said, let me go out there, man. I got a couple $1,000 or whatever. Let me go out there, man. So went out there, didn't make it to Chicago. I got stuck in Long Beach, right? And when I got stuck in Long Beach, I was like taking people bikes out of their backyards. You know, when people go in the stores at the time, and then I try to pawn them to get some money for it. You know, because I ain't have a job. You know, and I lost my luggage. A crackhead or a fiend, whatever type of drugs they did over there, crystal meth at the time. Yeah, they grabbed my stuff. I hid it behind the bushes because I ain't had no hotel or nothing. I was outside in the streets. You know what I mean? So if it rained, I'm in the rain. I'm trying to cover my stuff up in the rain. Right? I'm moving around, man. I'm sleeping on people's storefront steps to leave in the morning. You know, I'm trying to break in people's cribs, people's houses, or the pad in the West Coast, that's what they call it. To take showers, you know, to stay afloat so I don't look like a bum. You know what I mean? And this is at 17, this is at what, 20? Because, I mean, at one point in time, I was making real good money. And we had a business of bubble guns back in the day. But I don't want to get to that right now. All right, so around 21 is when I left Philadelphia. Right, I was on the streets in Philadelphia. If I wasn't staying with a female, you know, where else I'm gonna go? Because I ain't have a spot. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and we talking from 17 when my aunt died to I'm 38 now. Well, I'm about to be. I seem like when you get older, sometimes you forget the numbers, the age that you is, right? But yeah, from 17 to 38, I think I had 1, 2, 3. I had 3 cribs of my own, man. And all of them was year leases. So we got 3 years out of 18. Because being 20 to 38, that's 18 years. Right? 3 years. The rest of the years you scrambling. I'm out on the streets. I'm in Cali, standing in the rain. I moved to Vegas. I'm standing in the rain. I'm jumping in abandoned buildings, sleeping in them little styrofoam, aluminum bags. You know what I mean? To try to stay warm. And mind you, I never did no drugs, no crack, no coke, no powder. I drink. That's all I ever did was drink a little bit, right? But I never did no drugs. I was around every type of drug you could imagine, heroin, all that, right? Cause it's a mental thing to me, you know. And I ain't never look at being a junkie as cool. Like I was always just out there trying to get money, trying to find a way to get rich, or at this point just be financially free. You know what I mean? Digitally nomad was, I don't have to work and wake up and be on a schedule to the slave chain. You understand what I'm saying? But Vegas, I'm outside. I mean, I'm talking for months until I meet a female. You know what I mean? She like, you know what I mean? You could come in if you want. And I was never, ever one of them type of persons or men that they like, oh, I'm gonna meet this chick just to move in. I gotta still make sure she was qualified, like I had a house, like I had an apartment for me to even deal with her. Like there's a lot of times I stayed outside in the cold, at night, weeks, months. I'm talking months. I'm talking months, really years at this point. And I'm outside, you know what I mean, making a way. And so most of the time I always had a car, but when I didn't, that's the hardest thing when you don't have a car and you're homeless. You can't be carless. You can, but it's just harder to move around. You can't get nothing done. Slow motion. That's what I learned. It's slow motion without a car. At least with a car, you could get up and get it, make some type of money. If you need to move somewhere quick, you can. If you need to transport your stuff, you can. You got more security with your luggage in the back. Right? But I'm just thinking back like, damn, man, I've been homeless more than half my life, man. Yeah, but not carless though. But just being out there, you learn yourself, and you really just like see life for what it is, man. You know, and that's what I call from the streets. Like I was raised in the streets. Like I put my feet on the concrete, on the sidewalk, in the intersections more than I have in a house. That's the point I'm trying to make here. And I'm not saying share some type of things, but that's what I call from the streets. When people say, yo, I'm from the streets, I was raised in the streets. You know what I mean? Like that's where my feet was planted majority of my life. And I'm just saying that to say this, man. I mean, people came in there from the streets. Man, you was in the house your whole life, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's nothing bad about it, but there's nothing wrong with being in the house. It's just the way that I lived throughout the years. And I know some men can't even handle that type of pressure. You know what I mean? Being outside, they gotta shack up with a fat girl or a skinny girl or just somebody that like them, and they gotta accept. You know what I mean? I do like girls that like me, but you know, some women I just like, I can't see myself going out with you. I don't want to be with you, and I don't want to drag you along, even though I'm gonna tell you anyway. But I don't want to drag you along in this maze that I'm on. So I'd rather have somebody else do that and try to benefit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got what do they call it? Morals. It's just something that I just learned. Like I just don't tolerate a lot. So when you don't tolerate and accept things, you got to do your own thing. And you know, that's really about it. I just wanted to talk about life on the streets, man. Standing in the rain, crying. Got your mom and your dad around, but they ain't doing nothing. You know, it's like some generations in your family was made for your parents to keep you down. You know what I mean? And your family too. Your siblings, cousins, some family members. You know, they just like associates at the job or friends. They just some people just made to keep you down. You know, so you gotta isolate yourself. I notice to just be by yourself, think, see, because it's always gonna be a problem. But it's about recognizing the solution in it, being a bigger person. Like, oh, all right, boom, I got that. Logically speaking. But yeah, this is I'm still out here right now. So, yeah, I'm in the truck though, but still, like, it's not a crib. It's just a grind. It's a way to make make money. Yeah, and save faster. You know, or invest faster. But yeah, man, life on the streets is different, man. You know what I mean? When you don't know when you're gonna take a shower, moving around, your luggage, under uncomfortability. You know, just shaking and baking, man. I ain't gonna say doing what others survive, but just being around things and seeing things that you don't even really care about seeing. Yeah. Like, I seen people do heroin and all that, man, and they asked me if I wanted something. I told them, no, I'm cool. It wasn't no peer pressure. It's just when you're around something, that's why they say you could be most people become a product of their environment. You know, I wasn't that. It's just the fact that, you know, at the bottom like that, when you're really on the streets and you're homeless, that's where, you know, you find that type of stuff at. Broken people. Completely broken people. And most of them might stay there. You know? I mean, that's it. Just something I wanted to say. Just put it out there. Let me give y'all some food for thought. That's it.